Hi guys, Ian here with another lesson, and it's been a while since I've done a longer lesson where I'm talking about what I'm playing, and I just got a new setup, so I decided to test it out with this kind of lesson. And I've gotten a lot of questions in the past about spread triads and how I use them, so I figured I would play this progression here and show you how to play it and how I like to use these triads. I've also included a tab and notation in the description section of the video, so that's completely free. So please take a look at that, and that way you can use it as a reference point as we go through this. So I like spread triads because they're a bit more punchy sounding than, let's say, a standard block chord. Because of the note separation, you can really hear a very clear sounding chord. And so what I like to do is take the simple spread triad and then maybe add a color note, whether it's like a tension or just another note within that triad. So in this progression, I'm starting off with a C major spread triad, and I'm adding the ninth. And this whole progression revolves around the key of C, and it ends in the key of C. So we start here. That's your typical spread triad. And so I'm going to add the ninth with my pinky on top of that. And that just gives it a really nice, I think, kind of modern sound. And then I'm just going to lift my pinky up and play the C root on the high E. So I'm going to do the same thing on the B flat, same thing on the A flat. So you have those three chords moving in constant structure by whole steps. And then G major. And instead of playing this, I'm just playing a regular G major spread triad with the octave on top. And then I'm going to add the fifth with my ring finger. So where I'm barring with my index finger, I just add the fifth. And that resolves to a C major chord. And I'm going to add the major seventh on top of that with my pinky. I really like this chord a lot. I use it a lot in my playing, and it's also a really nice variation from your standard to play it like this. So I play the C major spread triad, add the major seventh. I'm going to shift that up a half step to D flat major. So what we have so far and then I'm going to go back to that A flat major ninth spread triad that I played before, but this time I'm going to add the fifth to give it even more punch. So instead of playing, I'm going to play, I'm going to lift up again with my pinky. I'm going to shift that down to F. And I'm voice lead that on the high E. So if you notice, I'm voice leading on the high E. It's kind of a little melody going on, right? And that's going to resolve to an E, and then I'm going to play this spread triad. So I let the E ring, and that's simply a C major spread triad, but it's starting from the 5th degree, so the bass note is a G. It's a really nice one. I really like that one a lot. So open E. I'm going to shift this same shape up to D. So at the 5th in the bass over the D. And I'm going to hit the open G. Shift it up a half step. Then add my pinky on the 6th fret high E. Do the same thing a whole step up. So that little sequence. And that's going to resolve to C major. So I could just play, but I wanted to add a little bit of an interesting embellishment to the end of it. So instead of just playing a straight C major chord, I'm going to put my pinky, so I'm going to use the regular spread triad position, but I'm going to add my pinky on the 11th fret. So it's going to go like this. Add a little tension there with that sharp 11th. And I'm just playing these two notes, the F sharp and the C on the high E, with my middle finger and pinky finger. And then my ring finger is going to grab the 5th, the G, on the B string. Then lift up with your pinky and pluck the 9th fret on the G string. So that little embellishment again. So the whole sequence again, really slowly. Also, if you wanted to at the end, you could do, there's another really cool kind of exotic chord. You can play this shape. I stole that from Ben Monder, but you can play this shape and add the 5th if you want. So you could do like a... And that chord is just index finger on the 8th fret, low E, middle finger on the 10th fret A string, your ring finger on the 11th fret G, and then your pinky on the 12th fret high E. And if you want, you can bar and then you can add the G on the B string. So that's the sequence, and I hope you like it. That's basically kind of the way I like to use spread triads. I add these color notes. So I start with the basic triad itself and then create melodies with these tensions and color notes that I throw in. And it's definitely inspired by guys like Alan Holdsworth and Tim Miller, and Ted Green also did a lot of this stuff. So those are definitely the huge influences for me. If you're not familiar with any of those guys, definitely check them out. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and if you do, please subscribe. It really means a lot to me. And let me know if you'd like me to cover any other topics in the future. I'll try to get around to it. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.